cool is that? Of course, nothing in a dollar store is $1 anymore.
I know, right?
It's ridiculous. It's like a $10 store. All right, so first I have to give you some very serious Hollywood direction. Are you ready for your very serious Hollywood direction?
Yes.
I have to teach you how to use scissors. Because people see a box and they see scissors and they do this. And I go, what are you doing? And they go, opening a box. I go, no, not like that. You're not opening a box. You want to use the scissors like a box cutter, and you want to cut like this from the back. Because I need the labels later for cataloging the museum. I need to know where it came from and all that. And speaking of the labels, don't read the label and go, this came from Bob Smith of 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Because Bob Smith may not want his entire planet all over the planet. And 1313 Mockingbird Lane is the address of the Munsters. I figured she might not know because she doesn't know the TV show, but you'd know the Munsters. But I thought it was the Addams Family for many years. But then I checked and I was like, oh no, that's not the Addams Family address. It was actually the Munsters. So the Addams Family's mail was getting mixed up because of me. So the next thing I have to add is when I say, hi, I'm Denny Daniel and I'm Weth, you can just say your first names. Okay. You don't have to give me your bank account number and your social security numbers. But if you do decide to tell me that, please tell me first before all of them, so that I can clean out the bank accounts before the rest of the planet does. That's only fair. And the next thing I have to add is, oh yes, for the Hollywood divas from California, do you guys need hair and makeup for the craft food truck?
We're good.
Because the truck comes in tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You'd have to sit there till 4, because you know those SAG rules. So you guys are good with your hair and makeup?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay,
Yes.
so we're ready. Yes?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So I'm going to start. I do this like a 42nd Street Times Square shell game, where a guy showed up with 3 shells, and he would put 25 cents, a quarter, under one of the shells, and then he would mix up the shells, and you had to guess which one had the quarter, and you would win, you know, 20 bucks or something. The only difference here is I don't have 3 shells. There isn't a quarter under any of my packages, and you win nothing. So ethically, it's exactly like a shell game. But there is one similarity. I do mix up the packages. So here is me mixing up the packages. Are you guys confused? Are you confused? See? Yes? Good. Because otherwise I'd have to do this all day long. And she'd end up going back to Brazil. All right. So everyone pick something to open. That one. That one. And that one. The cool one. Excellent. So here is your scuffle. Here is your scuffle. There is your scuffle. Just don't cut each other. Yes, of course.
Wait, I think this is just tape.
It is taped, and it's really weirdly taped. So let me help you with this, because it's crazy. I learned how to cut these. You go like that.
Okay.
But I don't want you to cut yourself. I'll do the cutting, you do the opening.
Sounds good.
For real.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at me going, yeah, I don't want to do that. Otherwise, you're cutting your knee.
I'm like, what is that? It looks like
It's a film.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, this is a film canister, so I know, at least I know it's a film.
Oh.
And now you get to open and find out which film it is.
Wow.
That's the big question.
Ooh. Okay. It smells like film,
Oh,
I
there's
guess.
a couple of films.
Yeah, so we have The Car Ahead.
Oh, these are part of my manners show, and my I have a whole show on automobile manners and all these other. That is so cool. The Car Ahead. So this is one of those scare films on watch out for the car ahead of you. Don't smack into him and hit him. You know. So this is hysterical. These are really funny.
This is reading improvement, vocabulary skills.
This is so funny.
That is also part of my manners one, and it comes with the original booklets too. So this was in a library. How cool is that?
Oh yeah.
But it was probably in a school library. So there it is, the teacher's guide. So are you a teacher?
No.
You are now. That's cool. So it comes with the whole teacher's guide. So if you were a kid, I heard back then, if the teacher showed up with a projector and the teacher's guide, all the kids were happy because they're not going to do any work. They're just going to watch a movie. So this was the funnest part of the school day. That's really cool. So we have a whole manners show, those old cheesy 1950s manners stuff. So that's a really cool one. That's going to be one of the stars of that show.
This is so interesting. We were literally just watching a documentary about like American bread.
Oh,
Really?
like a video. Of
Yeah,
it, a
and this
YouTube
is
video.
all about Wonder Bread.
Oh my God, really?
That's so
What
cool.
are the chances? Well, you know, it turns out that a lot of people say what you just said. 80% to 90% of people open up a package that has to do with them in some way.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's
Really
so
cool.
funny. Yeah, people are always like, "Oh my God, we just did this." So this
That's very
is,
cool.
I just found out about this from my friend Mick Mercer, who posted something similar to this. So vital women, they are the women that fascinate men if they eat Wonder Bread. Because clearly women who eat Wonder Bread fascinate men. Now you know the secret of how to fascinate men. Eat Wonder Bread.
Or how to avoid men, maybe. So you
I
don't.
know, really. Yeah, so don't eat this if you want to avoid remember the cavemen we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier. Yeah, that is funny. I love this. It's so funny.
Record.
Oh, this isn't what I bought. This is an extra. This he gave me for free. How nice of him. So a lot of people know that I teach kids. So so sometimes they'll put an extra record in here. This is really cool. So I want to thank the seller for giving me this one as a Radio Hour Greatest Hits, National Lampoon. This is really incredible.
Sorry.
I heard that. That is really incredible that he gave me that. But this is the record I bought it for. This is for tonight, the 80s show.
Oh,
This is the song,
wow.
fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum. It was a completely crazy 80s song that was silly and ridiculous. And I found out about it because there was a record store in New York that sold this record, and you're not gonna believe the shape of this record. You're gonna be like, oh my God. Because this record called Fish Heads is shaped like
Oh no!
a fish head. It's an actual fish head. How crazy is that? And you see in there, there's grooves.
Yeah.
So you would have to play the fish head on your record player, and it spins like this, and you're like, where do I put the needle? Yeah, it makes DJs go crazy. But I love this. So Barnes and Barnes was a famous band back then, and the video is very famous too. It actually has the boy acting in the video, the star, is the little boy from Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. Yeah, that boy is the star in the video.
Wow.
Mumi, I believe his name is. And when you watch the video, watch it on YouTube. You're gonna die laughing. It's so cheesy and bad. It's so bad it's good. And it was played on the Dr. Demento radio show. If you remember, if you know Dr. Demento, he's still around. He's out in California, and he knows I do this. Yeah, I bought some things from his son. Dr. Demento does a cameo. He's the homeless guy in the background that you see in the video. So that's a bit of trivia. We're gonna play this song tonight. So it's funny you should open this because I'm gonna show this tonight. This is going to be one of the stars of the show tonight. Is it upside down? Yes. It's an upside down fish. There you go. Now he's right side.
I love it.
And that's my show. Ta-da!
Yay!
And we'll say bye to the world. Bye, world.
Bye.